And damn, I want to say, 'cause I said I didn't want to spoil nothing, but okay, I'll put it this way. You know what got Jonathan Majors in trouble? Okay, if you follow the news, you know what got him in trouble, right? There's a situation here that kind of mirrored that. And I said to the screen out loud, and I'm pretty sure the people behind me was like, this motherfucker crazy too. I said, all right. I said, look, that's what got your ass in trouble the first time. Okay, all right, let me, listen, I had more than enough time to gather my thoughts because originally I was going to do a straight out the theater reaction, but a movie like this, I couldn't, y'all. I had to actually, like, really think about this. So I did about 4 hours worth of Uber Eats just so I can gather my thoughts, and I still don't have all my thoughts together, though. So I'm going to do the best I can here and talk about Magazine Dreams, which I'm not going to spoil, okay? I'm not going to... last video, people gave me shit for spoiling, but because it was already out for like a whole day. And okay, when a movie pisses me off, I don't care whether I spoil it or not, all right? This movie didn't piss me off, though. So yeah, Magazine Dreams, who was directed by Elijah Bynum, I believe his name is. And this is the same brother that helped write Deliverance. So that line, I can smell your stank pussy. That the guy that wrote and directed this movie starring Jonathan Majors. So before I really get into the review, I just want to say up front, Jonathan Majors put his ankle, he put everything into this performance. It's amazing that he didn't pass out with each take. Jonathan Majors delivered a tour de force, a performance of a lifetime is what this brother did. And it's a shame because, once again, they're trying to assassinate his character. I don't know who they is. Somebody's trying to assassinate his character, where they're putting out this leaked audio of him admitting that he roughed his girl up, which he did. He technically didn't say he roughed her up. He just said he aggressed her, and that could be like just a shake and then let go. That's considered aggress, because sometimes you have to grab the woman and let her know I'm stronger than you, and then let her go. See? Shake and let go. Shake and let go. Just like that. Once again, trying to bring him down. It just so happens that's happening right when this movie finna drop, right? The movie that was supposed to came out 2 years ago, the same year as Creed. It was supposed to come out award season. So it was supposed to be Ant-Man the Wasp, Creed, and then Magazine Dreams. I was going to solidify him as a bona fide star, and somebody messed that all up for him. Anyways, hey, what God has for you is for you. Better late than never. The movie finally came out, and I'm gonna say that this is a good movie. I might feel different when I watch it again. I don't know. I feel like, okay, I'm saying it's a good movie, but I feel like it was supposed to be a great movie. I feel like it was supposed to be a great movie, and there were moments of greatness here, y'all. But there were times where I feel like this film kind of dropped the ball at times, and I feel like Mr. Bynum, I don't want to say took the easy way out, but it's almost like he didn't want to go there all the way. Okay, so first of all, the plot of this movie. So Jonathan Majors, if you've seen the trailer, he plays a bodybuilder who is obsessed with being successful in the business, right? But evidently there's struggle. He's dealing with some mental issues and just, struggling with being accepted. He goes through extreme measures to make sure that he's successful, but of course, a lot of stuff gets in the way, mostly his mental. So when I think about some of the most sympathetic psychopaths ever in movie history, first name comes to mind is Travis Bickle, which I think a lot of this was inspired from. If you don't know Travis Bickle, he was the Robert De Niro character in Taxi Driver. And then you got Tyler Durden, okay, played by Edward Norton. Then you got, I would say Patrick Bateman, but he really wasn't sympathetic. He was just a straight up psycho. I'm talking about psychopaths that you actually felt for. So what I say, Travis Bickle, Tyler Durden, Arthur Fleck, all right, and Jonathan Majors' character. Damn, I forgot his name, man. Shit, already. It's probably because it's late, man. I can't remember the brother's name, man. He has one of those memorable names too, and for some reason I can't remember because the fucking camera's on me and I'm on the spot right now. I almost said Norman, but Norman Bates, another sympathetic psycho. So you see where I'm going with this, y'all. What all these psychos have in common, right, that I just named, is that you felt bad for them. They were crazy as hell, And stuff happened in the movie where you're like, damn, I'm never gonna forget that. And though there was some crazy shit that happened in this movie, but there was never that moment where I'm like, that really defined that character. You know what I mean? Like there was never that moment in this movie where I'm like, damn, I'm always gonna remember him for this. You know what I mean? But there was shit that he did in here where I'm like, I'm never gonna forget, but I don't want to associate that with him. And when you see the movie, you'll know what the hell I mean. And also, one of my gripes with this movie is there were no memorable characters. So it's Jonathan Majors, and everybody else is just kind of like watching him go. You know what I mean? And what really helps with a tour de force performance is that partner that helps elevate your game, that helps elevate your performance, right? That brings out the best in you as an actor. Like, so for example, today I was watching Daredevil, right? On Disney Plus. And man, there was a scene with John Bernthal and Charlie Cox, I almost said Frank White, Frank Castle and Matt Murdock. That was so good. I forgot it was TV. I thought it was a movie. Like, that's what you call acting. That's acting. And Jonathan Majors here, like I said, performance of a lifetime, but it's unfortunate because he really had nobody to bounce off of. He really had nobody to really, help him. You know what I mean? So, of course, he had to go above and beyond, which he did. Like, there were times where, man, I'm looking at the screen and I'm just like, ugh. And not in a bad way, like, oh, this is terrible acting, but almost like, dude, this guy is unhinged. And listen, I had to be that guy in the theater also, y'all. I had to be that guy in the theater where there were times I yelled shit out loud, where I said, this nigga losing his mind. And not thinking that that's I don't know if there's white people in here or not, but I said, this nigga's off his fucking rocker, And I want to say, 'cause I said I didn't want to spoil nothing, but okay, I'll put it this way. You know what got Jonathan Majors in trouble? Okay, if you follow the news, you know what got him in trouble, right? There's a situation here that kind of mirrored that. And I said to the screen out loud, and I'm pretty sure the people behind me was like, this motherfucker crazy too. I said, all right. I said, look, that's what got your ass in trouble the first time. So yeah, with that being said, this movie does have very extreme moments, right? But then by the time it wrapped up, I felt like, damn, I just felt like as a writer or director or whatever, you didn't really go for it. I feel like he kind of pulled back. I think that, and this is just me, thinking out loud. Now I'm thinking, okay, he probably says, okay, this is probably going to be too crazy if I do this. So let me just pull back and not go there, you know what I'm saying? Because that might really fuck people up. No, fuck us up. All right, you're taking us on this journey, okay? I am along for the ride, okay? You got me in the palm of your hands, okay? I am following this movie, though at times it did kind of drag, where it started kind of losing me a little bit, but Jonathan Majors is so good that I'm along for the ride. Man, take me there. I don't care if it fucks me up. Take me there, okay? Taxi Driver took me there. Never forget it. Love it. Fight Club took me there, okay? Joker took me there. Magazine Dreams did not take me there, okay? He kind of just said, you know what, let me just pull this back and give it a nice, satisfying ending that I think people will walk out feeling okay. Like, no. Tell the story. Tell your story in full and what would really happen to this character because of the decisions that he made. That's what I wanted, man. So when I walked out, I was like, damn, it was on its way to be great, but it was good, but not yet great. You know what I mean? But like I said, I might feel different when I watch it again. But one thing that I cannot deny, that nobody can deny, no matter what you feel about this movie, because there's some people that's probably going to love this movie. There's people that's going to probably hate this movie, all right? But one thing you cannot deny is that Jonathan Majors he is that guy, okay? Whatever you feel about him, he is that guy, okay? As an actor, I will support his work. I will support his movies. I heard he might be returning back as King the Conqueror. I'm all for it. This guy can act his ass off. And, okay, so I have to address this also, okay, as a bodybuilder, is he convincing as a bodybuilder? Yes and no, because to average people, the guy, like, he's cut. He's like, he's more shredded than a julienne salad, man. What's the secret, dude? I'm trying to come up, but it's tough. But man, when he was on stage with other bodybuilders, I know this is purposely because he plays a struggling bodybuilder, and I'm like, as big as he is to the average person, right? When they put him on stage with other bodybuilders, like they dwarfed him. Like you could tell, okay, this is just an actor that got big for a role. Like he does not belong on stage with these other guys. I don't know if that's changed now. Remember this movie was supposed to come out 2 years ago, but man, those dudes were freaking monsters, man. And I'll say this. his character may seem over the top, but it's not really far-fetched. And the reason why I say that is because I used to go to 24-Hour Fitness back in the day when I lived in Seattle, Washington, right? And there was an IFBB pro bodybuilder that worked out there. Now, this is the only professional bodybuilder I've ever been around in my life, but he almost acted like Jonathan Majors' character. Like he was just a freaking chiseled, just like out of granite, you know what I'm saying? But he was so socially awkward. He was just like, and I was in awe of the guy. Like I was trying to get some tips from him. Like, hey man, how can hey, you got any tips? I'm trying to come up, but it's tough. And I swear to God, this is how this dude was acting, man. I was like, so for example, I'd be like, so hey, how do I get the peak in the bicep there? Like how you got? What you gotta do is, I said, oh, so you gotta, yeah. I swear to God, everything was, yeah. Never looked me in my eye. He was always walking like this, but like, yeah. I'm like, dude, is he kind of like, I'm like, is he slow? Like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude, man? And when last story, he was getting ready for a competition, so he had, I wasn't gonna oil this motherfucker down, but he had people oiling him down and stuff, right? So he invited the people that worked out there to watch him pose and everything, and he did his whole routine, right? And I'll never forget, he did the routine to the Dragon, the Bruce Lee story theme, right? And it was dope. I was like, damn, this dude is a freaking monster, man. And when he got done, I swear to you, like, mind you, this dude looks like he doesn't have a feminine bone in his body, right? And I don't know if he was gay. He didn't come across as gay. Just kind of slow acting. And when he got done, I swear to God, when he got finished, he started, like, doing this. He started, like just acting real feminine. And I was like, okay. I said, so Johnny, ready for tomorrow's competition? Yeah, I'm ready, yeah. What kind of supplements do you take? Creatine? Yeah, I take, all that, yeah. I'm like, this motherfucker here. But anyways, yeah, back to the movie. So yeah, Magazine Dreams. As of right now, I give this movie, I have to give it an A just for Jonathan Majors' performance, man. I have to give the movie an A. But just the movie itself, man, the movie itself is kind of like a B to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think if you put any other actor in this movie, probably would have been a B, but Jonathan Majors' performance by itself bumps it up to an A. So I have to give it an A. I have to. But, yeah, that's all I got. What do you guys think about the movie? Have you seen it? Do you plan on seeing it? Man, don't let the media fuck with y'all and make y'all, I'm not going to support him. He's a woman beater. He ain't no goddamn woman beater, okay? He didn't Ike Turner her where the cards flew all over and she fell off the couch, all right? He just simply grabbed her, put her back in the truck, I'm stronger than you, and then that was it. That's it, and that's all. Comment fully below. Let me know what you thought. If you like it, did this content, hit that like and subscribe notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.